Hi, my name is Mackenzie, and today I'll be taking you through some full body Tabata intervals. So, for today we're not going to need any equipment. If you want, you can have a mat to place under you for some of our core workouts, for some of the core exercises, but other than that, it's all going to be body weight. You can always add weight if you would like to, but that is up to you. So we're going to go ahead, to start out, Tabata, it is a form of workout where it's 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest, and that's repeated 8 times. And so for a lot of these, we have 2 movements, so that means we'll be doing each movement 4 times. So for our warm-up, we're going to go ahead and do jumping jacks and a plank in that Tabata format. So jumping jacks, jumping out, back in. Modification would just be stepping the feet out rather than jumping them out, just going one at a time. And then our second movement is going to be a plank. So we want our hands to be under our shoulders away from the ears, and body just in a nice straight line, and we'll just hold it here. Modification, you can always go down to your elbows, and in that case the elbows will be under the shoulders, or you can drop the knees like this. But that will be our movement, those first 2 minutes, just to get us warmed up, get the core activated. And again, it's going to be 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, like those jumping jacks. Go ahead, take this nice and slow for the first 2 rounds, just getting our body ready for the movements to come. 3, 2, 1, rest. So we got 10 seconds here, and then we'll go to our plank for 20 seconds and then start again. And plank in 3, 2, 1. Five seconds left. And 3, 2, 1. Coming back up. So that was our first round. We have 3 more to go. And kind of use these rounds, remember we're getting ready for our workout today. So ease into it. Let's go ahead and start with those jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. But use this, maybe try to start building, going a little bit faster each round. Just getting ourselves ready. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Going down to those planks in 3, 2, 1. So the key with the Tabata format is because it is such a small interval, we want to work for the entire time, and we want to work at a high intensity. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, halfway through with our warm-up. Well, we really want to bring a high intensity because we do have a rest. And jumping jacks, and go. And for all of these movements, feel free to go at your own pace, whether that's faster than me, slower than me. Just make sure we're bringing that high intensity. And rest. We only have to do jumping jacks one more time. And plank. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, last round, then we'll take a little break. I'll go over kind of what the workout's going to look like today, and we'll get right into it. And jumping jacks. Three, 2, 1, rest. And we're going again in 5 seconds with that plank for our last plank. 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, grab some water, stretch anything you need to. If you feel like you don't need so much of a break while I'm going over kind of what today is going to look like, feel free. Go ahead and start getting back into those jumping jacks. Just keep the heart rate up, keep moving. But for today, so we're doing Tabata format for all of our blocks. We have 6 of them to do today. And so we'll do 1 Tabata with two exercises, rest 1 minute, get into the next one. And during that rest, I'll go over what the next one looks like. But so we have 6 to get through today. Our first one is going to be burpees and air squats. So for burpees, it doesn't have to look pretty. You are just getting on the ground and getting back up, whether that is jumping down, jumping up, always including a hop at the top, or you can sit down, step up. I don't need you to do a formal push-up at the bottom. We just need the chest to touch the ground. And then at the top, we're jumping arms overhead to get that full extension. If we can't quite get the chest to the ground today, we can also just step back, hold the plank position for a second, step up. And if you can't get that jump in there at the top, feel free, just do a calf raise. Still trying to just think about getting that full extension of the body. And then our second movement is going to be air squats. So feet about shoulder distance apart, toes slightly out. We're going to brace the core. So I kind of think of it as you're going to flex your abs, then you're going to send the hips back, knees out, and then stand. So just going here. So this is one of those movements where if you wanted to add weight, you are more than welcome to make it a little bit more challenging. Modification, so ideally we are trying to get down to hip crease below parallel, but if that's not going to happen today for whatever reason, we can also do a quarter squat, so coming down just about a quarter of the way. We'll really focus on using those quads and those glutes. So that is going to be our first Tabata of the day. Grab some water if you need to. This is our last little rest train. And again, remember, we are going as hard as we can for those 20 seconds because we do have a rest. It's a very short interval, so it should be very high intensity movements. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So we have burpees and air squats, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest in 3, 2, 1. Over halfway. 3, 2, 1. So again, very quick intervals. We want to keep the intensity very high. We want to find a modification that allows us to move for the entire time with intensity. And air squats. So we're kind of using this movement, although we're still moving, it's kind of an active recovery. Trying to get our breath back for the burpees and rest. 10 seconds, starting at the top again with those burpees. In 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice work. You should really feel your heart rate getting up now. And squats. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, we're halfway through with this Tabata. 2 more rounds of each. And burpees in 3, 2, 1. Halfway. And rest. And squats in 3, 2, 1. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, this is our last round. Then we're done with our first Tabata. And 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, we have this last round of air squats. Then we'll take a minute rest. I'll go over our next movement and we'll get right into it. And go. Nice work. Almost done with the first one. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, grab some waters. Our next movements again. Sorry, going back. If you feel like you don't need a full minute, go ahead, do some jumping jacks, do some more squats, but just keep moving. So for this one, we have 2 movements again, skaters and Superman. So skaters, we're gonna start on one side, hop to the other. You can either tap the leg and do a squat with that leg, or you can just stay up and go more for speed. Modification, instead of adding the hop, we're just gonna step from one side to the other. And then we have Supermans. So you're gonna be on your stomach, trying to lift the arms and the leg off as high as we can off the ground and holding. But we're gonna be starting with the skaters in 15 seconds. And going in 3, 2, 1. We want to make sure that we're keeping the chest up for these movements. We don't want to be coming over, falling down. We always want to keep the chest high, head up. 3, 2, 1. Rest. 10 seconds. Then into the Superman. And feet down, Superman. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Back up to the top. 1 of 4 done. And 3, 2, 1. Over halfway. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice work. Getting back down to the Superman. 3, 2, 1. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, halfway done with this one. 1. Over halfway. 3, 2, 1. Rest. And coming down. 3, 2, 1. Up. So we really want to think that the back is kind of lifting our upper body, the glutes lifting the lower body. And rest. Okay, last round here. And 3, 2, 1. Halfway. Rest. Last Superman. 3, 2, 1. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, a minute here. Again, if you feel like you don't need to move it, need the whole minute, keep moving. This time we have squat jumps and push-ups. So just like with our air squats, feet shoulder distance apart, toes slightly out, engage the core, send the hips back and down. But this time we are going to spring and actually leave the earth. Get a jump, add some cardio. So coming down, springing up. Modification, just coming down, then coming onto the toes for a calf raise instead of that jump. Then push-ups, starting in the plank position. We are going to descend down, keeping the body nice and flat, and then still keeping the body flat. Come back up. Modification, dropping to the knees, then coming back up. And this time we want the elbows to stay close to the sides, making this a tricep push-up. Okay. We have 10 seconds. Grab some water. And squat jumps in 3, 2, 1. And again, go at your own pace, whether that's faster than me, slower than me, but make it a high intensity pace that you can maintain for 20 seconds. And rest. We have those push-ups now. And you can also throw in the modification and go, where you come down on the feet, up on the knees. Three, 2, 1, rest. Coming back up. And squat jumps. 3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, rest. Back down for those push-ups. In 3, 2, 1. Seconds. 3, rest. Okay, halfway through. And then we're halfway through with our workout for today. And go. Make sure we're getting the full depth on that squat if we can. And rest. And 3, 2, 1. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, last round. And we're going in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, last set of push-ups. And go. Rest. Nice work. Again, 1 minute break. I'll go over our next movements. So this one is going to be a core Tabata. So we're going to be doing dead bugs and side planks. So dead bugs, laying on the back, feet in the air. We're going to lift the shoulder blades off the ground, arms in the air. Then we're going to move the opposite arm, opposite leg, bring them down, nice, slow and controlled. Then back up, and then switch. So doing that modification is you can bend the knees and do heel taps. So we're trying to keep that coordination, keeping the shoulder blades off the ground. And then side plank, we want our elbow to be under the shoulder, shoulder away from the ear. You can either stack the feet, do one in front of the other, or you can put one knee down, then you can stack them, or go one in front of the other. But we're just trying to keep that hip as far off the ground as we can while keeping our body almost between like two panes of glass. But we're already halfway through our workout for today. This is going to give us a little break, get our breath back. We have one more cardio Tabata, and then we're going to finish it out with some lower body. So let's get started in 3, 2, 1. It's all about the quality of the movement here rather than the quantity. We want to control the movement, not go as fast as we can. And rest. We have our side planks to side planks. We're going to do one for the 20 seconds, and then the next round switch to the other side. And we are up. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Going back to those dead bugs. Again, use this as an opportunity to get the breath back. And go. Three, 2, 1, rest. Okay, make sure you're flipping over to the other side for this plank. And up. Making sure that we're keeping our body between two panes of glass. We don't want our hips going back or too far forward. 3, 2, 1, rest. Back to those dead bugs. In 3, 2, 1. Over halfway. 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to the original side. For the plank, this is going to be the last side plank on this side. 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Last dead bug, and then last side plank. Going again in 3, 2, 1. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay. Last side plank. And go. Hopefully you've recovered your breath a little bit, because we do have one more cardio movement in the next Tabata. Over halfway. And 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, minute break. So our next movement is going to be plank jacks and sumo squats. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Plank jacks, we are going to be in the plank position, and then we're going to be jumping the feet out and in, trying to keep our hips nice and low. Modification, we'll just be stepping one foot out and then the other. And then our second movement, we're gonna come up for some sumo squats. So before with the squats, we had our feet shoulder distance apart. Now we're gonna take them a little bit wider on each side, turn the toes a little bit further out, and we're gonna squat from here. So the same mechanics apply. We wanna keep the core nice and tight, send the hips back, really drive the knees out on this one. And it should be getting a little bit more into the glutes. If you wanted to, you can also add an optional calf raise at the top. But we're gonna get going in 10 seconds, starting with the plank jacks. And in 3, 2, 1. Over halfway. And rest. Nice. Start coming up for those sumo squats. 3, 2, 1. Really thinking about squeezing those glutes to come up. And rest. Coming down for those plank jacks. And 3, 2, 1. Halfway. Squats in 3, 2, 1. And rest. Nice work. We're halfway done with this. And then we just have one more Tabata left for the day. We're almost done with the workout. And back to plank jacks in 3, 2, 1. Three, two, one. Good news, we only have 20 more seconds of cardio for the rest of the workout. So coming back up in 3, 2, 1. Three, two, one. Rest. Okay, last round of this one. Remember, trying to keep it at high intensity for each round here. And go. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, one more set of sumo squats. And go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. I have one more Tabata for you. And this is going to be a true Tabata in the sense that we are only doing one movement for the 8 rounds. And this movement is going to be a wall sit. So you want to find a wall. We want to come down. We want our knees to be 90 degrees both to the floor and creating a 90-degree angle here. And we're just going to hold this for 20 seconds. You get a 10-second rest, then right back to it. So it's that one movement for 8 rounds. We're starting in 30 seconds. One thing to keep in mind while we're doing those wall sits is that we want to try to keep the weight in the heels of our feet. We don't want to be coming up onto the toes. Less than 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Coming down, and we're just holding here. Yeah, see if you can wiggle your toes while you're here, just making sure we're keeping that weight in our heels. And rest. 7 more rounds. And 3, 2, 1. Back in it. Nice work, just making sure we're still breathing through these movements. And rest. Shake out the legs if you need to. And coming back down. And 3, 2, 1. Rest. Shake out the legs. This is our 4th round. We're starting here. And go. Three, two, one. Nice work. I don't know about you, but my legs, they are starting to really feel this, but we're halfway through. We have 4 more rounds to go, and then we're done for the day. And coming back down, and go. And 3, 2, 1, rest. 3 more to go. It's always at this point in the workout that I think, I've made it this far, you might as well just finish it out. You're feeling tired. You've already done 5 rounds. What is 3 more? And 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, this is gonna be our last minute of work. Really only last 40 seconds of work. Coming back down. And go. Again, see if you can make sure you're still able to wiggle those toes. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, very last round, and then we're done for the day. You've put in some great work so far. Let's do another 20 seconds. And go. Five seconds left, you got it. And 3, 2, 1, rest. Oh. Nice work today. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you get a stretch in, especially focusing on those quads after this last round. But my name is Mackenzie. We just did some full body Tabata intervals. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again next week.